To this day, my self-confidence is fucked up because of kids 10, 15 years ago who made fun of me. I started wearing hoodies every single day in school. It didn't matter if it was the middle of fucking July, 90 degrees out, I was wearing hoodies to cover up my fat rolls and what I like to call fat detail. To me, fat detail is like when you're a fat person and you wear a shirt, like a guy, and you can like see like the fucking big puffy nipples and the outline of your man tits and your belly button hole and your gut, the exact line, how it looks and everything. It's your fat detail. You know, it's just like if a muscle guy was wearing a muscle shirt and you can see his muscle detail. I had fat detail. I was always wearing 2 t-shirts, always wearing the hoodie. People still knew I was fat, but hey, at least I felt like I had a comfort blanket over me or something. I don't know. Welcome to episode number 5 of Not Your Grandfather's Vlog. I used to be fat. I used to be really fat. I wasn't morbidly obese like forklift to get me out of the house fat, but I was like, people would look and be like, yeah, that's a fat kid over there. That's why I'm wearing this shirt, because this commemorates the picture in the thumbnail on the YouTube video that I'm going to put up here of, yeah, it was pretty bad. You know, weight has been a problem my whole entire life. It really depends on what year you catch me at, which would depend on how I would look. I mean, it's been a yo-yo for me, basically. For the most of my childhood, I was just fat the whole time, but as I got older, some years I'd be bigger, some years I'd be skinnier, some years I'd be in the middle, some years I would be like scrawny, like almost crackhead size. It's been a constant struggle, and it's totally tied in with my anxiety. When my anxiety flares up really bad, I lose weight. When I feel happy and comfortable, I start eating more, and then I gain weight. For some people, it's the opposite. Anxiety makes them eat and whatever. For me, no, I don't have an appetite when I have anxiety. This all started as a kid, my whole weight problem. I remember being like 4 or 5 years old, having nervous stomachs for no reason. And that translated into day 1 of kindergarten. I remember the first day of kindergarten. I was just separation anxiety, man. I wanted my mom. I was that kid in the first day of school in kindergarten going, I want my mommy. I did not like being around other kids. Definitely had some social anxiety going on. Like it was frightening to me for some reason. I don't know why. So I would get these nervous anxiety kind of feelings every day in kindergarten. I would not want to be there. And I was scrawny. I was a skinny little kid. And then finally, after about the end of 1st grade, start of 2nd grade, and some situations going on with my older brother, my mom just said, fuck it, I'm homeschooling both of them, I'm taking them out of public school. So now all of a sudden I'm at home all the time. I'm in my comfort zone, my bubble. Everything's great. I can eat for the first time and like really enjoy it, and I did, man. I would eat ice cream, cheeseburgers. I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm playing video games. I'm not having to be outside of my comfort zone ever. I'm like just eating and eating, and before I knew it, man, I ballooned up. As time went on, I eventually wanted to go back to school, because you know, I was kind of feeling the whole I want a social life thing. I'm not gonna lie, folks. The only reason I wanted to go back to school was because my cousin was going to this school at the time, and he told me every Friday they had pizza there, Domino's pizza. I shit you not, that's honestly why I wanted to go back to school. In elementary, I really realized that I was kind of a funny motherfucker, and people wanted to be around me based on my comedy. So that was kind of cool. So I would make friends with jokes and make fun of myself before people could make fun of me. That seemed to work for me. Then I got into junior high. That's when it really got rough. That's when the bullying just upped a crazy amount. You know, being fat, you are so insecure about your body as it is. I mean, your body, something that's supposed to be the most personal thing you'll ever own, and people are literally pointing at it and finding fault with it and saying it to your face. that makes a kid feel just awful. So I eventually made some solid friends who were pretty cool. You know, we had a bond. They didn't care I was fat. That was really my lifeline that helped me make it through junior high and high school, was my friends that I was able to make through being funny, through being a musician. I was forced to develop other characteristics about myself that weren't just based around physical appearance. But it was still depressing because at the end of the day, these guys were going off and finding girlfriends. Meanwhile, I was always just the best friend. Oh, I could never date you. You're like my brother. You're like a teddy bear. Yeah, I was a horny teddy bear. I wanted to get in your pants. But that wasn't happening. It was not happening. Did not happen. Not to mention I went to a private Christian school, so most girls were locked up like Fort Knox to begin with. So, after dealing with all this crap for so long, and this is how I am with everything, I got so pissed off and so enraged by my condition that I said, I don't care what it takes, I'm gonna lose some damn weight. I'm gonna get rid of this shit. I've been carrying this burden for my whole life. So around the age of 17, 18, I finally started making some progress and losing some weight. The heaviest I ever got, I was like 5'8" and weighed like 230 pounds. That's pretty big. Now I know in America now, like, there's this whole big thing about anti-bullying and you're fine how you are, whatever. And now if you say you weigh 230 pounds, oh, that's nothing. No, that's not how a human being's supposed to look, biologically speaking. You're talking knee problems, you're talking back problems. I was fat, okay? There's no, oh, you were fine. No, I was a fat kid. They shouldn't have been making fun of me, but I should have been doing something about it. So I finally did. Finally got my shit together. Finally started working on it. Finally started losing weight. And, you know, it's really been an up and down thing throughout my 20s. At the end of the day, food for me is still an addiction. Even though I have other addictions, food for me is still an addiction. I quite love food. That fat kid inside of me is still in there, but I just know how to deal with it better. I don't like myself when I'm fat. I'm not happy with myself when I'm fat. I don't like looking in the damn mirror when I'm fat. It really bugs me. So, I don't know, man. If any of you even care about this, my tips for finally losing weight, which, I mean, I'm at about 172 pounds right now, so I've lost about 58, 60 pounds at since my heaviest. And I would say any tips for you if you want to, you yourself are looking to lose weight, things that worked for me. Develop a plan that isn't extreme, and realize that it's going to take a while, and you're just going to have to do it for a while without expecting any results. And when I say don't develop a plan that's too extreme, I mean like P90X. You're going to do P90X for as long as you do P90X, and as soon as you stop, you're going to fucking crash and burn and you're going to gain everything back. Don't take diet pills, because as soon as the diet pills run out, you're going to gain all the weight back. You want to fool yourself into getting into a lifestyle change. For instance, if you drink Cokes every day, start drinking Coke Zero. I swear, I drink these damn Coke Zeros every day. Say what you want about aspartame, but I'm pretty sure it's worse health-wise to be super fat than it is to be drinking aspartame. But to me, it tastes the same, and you're literally saving all those calories, you know, and that adds up, dude. There's like 140 calories in a can of Coke. And that's another thing. Counting your calories is very important. Knowing what the food that you eat, knowing how much calories is in it. 2 tablespoons of ranch is like 180 calories. 2 tablespoons. Mayonnaise, all that shit, man. Eat it in moderation. And then, of course, exercise is important too, and that's a whole nother animal. I personally run on the treadmill for 30 minutes every other day, and I work out with weights every other day. It's just the right amount for me to not get burned out and to stay on track. Because I'm telling you, if you get into something that is stressing you out and that you hate doing, you are not going to stick with it. I promise you, you will not stick with it. And thank you for watching this. I love you. Hope you go out and watch episode 13 of the Overstimulation Station. I just put it up. Please go check that out. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you.